Guys, Young James. I'm here in Tokyo. It's been a few days since I posted my initial reaction to the Charlie Kirk assassination, the Charlie Kirk murder. And actually, more than that, it was a reaction to people's reaction to the Charlie Kirk murder, because everybody knows that political violence is a thing. It's a thing that could happen, especially when there are death threats being thrown around all the time on social media. I mean, I remember even being like 20 years old in like 2016, 2015, there were conservative political commentators, Milo Yiannopoulos, Ben Shapiro, and they would be doing these college tours or whatever, and then they would get shut down because they were worried about their safety. Students were going to say that they were going to attack them or whatever. So we always knew that this was a possibility, and frankly, it didn't really surprise me that Charlie got assassinated. Even I saw just like a headline that said Charlie Kirk, and then it had a picture of Charlie Kirk like sitting at the podium. For some reason, I remember thinking like, oh shit, before I even read the entire headline, like, oh shit, this dude got attacked, or someone shot at him, or something like that. So I'm not surprised at all that somebody assassinated him. What I am surprised at, and what I believe everybody else is rightfully surprised at, is, I'm not gonna say that it's just the entire left or whatever, but a lot of people very far left, a lot of people, like I said, it's not a fringe thing. This is why everyone's mad, because for whatever tragedy you want to name across the entire world, for whatever sick reason, whether it be a natural disaster even, a war, even it is screwed up as it is, predators to children, pedophiles, when news comes out, there's somebody somewhere who makes a sick joke about it, who maybe really enjoys it for some type of reason, who posts about it online and is happy that it happened for some sick reason. And everybody knows that those people are crazy, and nobody's really on their side. Everybody knows there's always going to be 1, 2, or 3 people in the world that are sick and just enjoy sick shit for no reason. The thing with this issue that, I mean, we've already talked about this so far a few times, is that so many people are supporting it, and so many people are even doing this. They're also doing this thing where they're like, well, I don't support it, but I also won't say I feel bad, or I won't say I don't condone it, or like whatever. It's just fucking like they're playing this dumb game, and it's stupid. And I know in the first video that I posted reacting to people's reactions about the assassination, I was very fiery. I was full of emotion. I was pissed off, man. And justifiably so. I think I don't take back anything that I said in that last reaction video talking about this, when I said, all right, there's literally nothing that pisses me off more than loud motorcycles for no fucking reason. It doesn't take talent to do that. It's not cool. And like, these fucking guys will be riding their motorcycles and just like yanking that shit hard as, oh dude, yo, there's a what do you call this, there's a crazy ass animal walking on this fucking telephone line over here. Yo, what do you call this thing? Help me out. Oh shit. Yo, I'm in Tokyo right now. They have these like it's called a civet. Look at this shit. Look at this thing. Wait, where is it? You guys see it? Look at this thing, bro. See that shit? Oh shit. He's coming this way. Let's get him. Oh shit, he sees me. He's gonna go in that tree. Whoa, do you guys see that? It looks like almost like a lemur or some shit. But it's, dang, that's crazy. It looks like a cross between a lemur and a raccoon. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about how I hate motorcycles, and like people just fucking rev their engines and they go brrr, brrr, loud as fuck, and then they got all their boys hanging around circle jerking. Dude, louder, bro, fucking louder. It's just like, it's so stupid. I hate it. And it annoys everybody else. People driving, it scares the shit out of people driving, people walking on the street, people trying to take videos on YouTube. It fucks up my video. It's not cool. It's not cool. Loud motorcycle guys, fuck you. But I don't take back anything that I said in my initial Charlie Kirk reaction video. I still believe all of that, but my mood has changed a little bit. My mind hasn't changed, my thoughts haven't changed about it all, but my mood has changed. And I don't know, maybe this is another stage of grief. Just for the record, guys, I know I said this in a video, like, I hate how everybody is like, I didn't even like Charlie Kirk. I didn't even support him, but blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, it doesn't matter at all. It's just annoying to hear people say, like, as if that matters for some reason. Because I don't care what side you're on. If you're a peaceful person, if you didn't murder anybody, if you're not directly putting anybody's life in danger, you shouldn't die. And I would speak up about that, especially if people were celebrating it. Of course I would. But just for the record, like, I don't even, like, I can't talk too much about his talking points, because I don't even really know the guy. I just know what he did, kind of, like what his whole shtick was. And it's just, it still feels like I'm grieving, like I'm going through the stages of grief, kind of, because I'm seeing how everybody's reacting around me. I'm seeing how sad friends are who actually did follow him, that are around me. I have a friend, Eric, who's super Christian, and he apparently was, called to God, or maybe closer to his faith, through like watching these Charlie Kirk videos. And it's so fucked up. And the thing that's been affecting me more than anything is I've gone through my entire adult life, even since I was like 16 or 17, and I first started learning about politics. I guess I was like, this was like 2011, 2012. I was maybe like a junior in high school when I first started, like, I didn't even give a shit, but there were all these girls like junior year of high school who started talking about feminism and shit like that. And I remember there were things that just like didn't sit right with me, and I didn't know why. I couldn't really put it into words, but I was like, that's not true. Like, that's not right. So I started like always hearing them like bitch about it on Facebook and stuff like that, and like say, I don't know, fucking wage gap, women only make 70% of what men make, things like that. And I was like, that doesn't sound right. And I started getting into politics a little bit here and there. And I remember like the first time I ever really got into it, like I made some type of Facebook post one day, and I was basically like posting some type of counter argument to the wage gap on Facebook back in my high school days. And I remember all of my classmates went in on me, even the guys, the girls. Like, I had friends who were like, legitimately, I thought like some of my best friends, and they were like going in on me so hard. And a whole bunch of people deleted me off of their Facebook. I even went to school the next day, and people were like Jimmy's a dumbass, bro, I thought you were smarter than that, all this shit. And I was like, damn, like, that really hurt, because I wasn't even being inflammatory. I wasn't trying to like hurt anyone's feelings. I wasn't trying to be an asshole. I was just stating like this is what I see as fact, which I still do see that as fact. And I'm trying to like help people learn, like I'm trying to educate people. So like, actually these are the stats, whatever it be. And all these people started attacking me, attacking my character, not attacking my arguments, saying that I was a piece of shit. Friends that I had saying they didn't want to have friendships with me anymore. And see, like, more loud shit over here. Just, come on, ambulance. Can't you do it another time? And friends that I thought were like my real friends, like, cut ties with me after that like stupid Facebook post about something so minuscule. And ever since then, that was when I first got my taste of like being canceled on the smallest scale. And now it's like 13 years later. I'm almost 30 years old, guys. I'm 29. And I've spent the last 13 years in hiding. I told myself I'd never argue on Facebook, never post political statuses, never say anything political in my videos, never say anything political on Twitter, never say anything political at school, never say anything political at the dinner table, especially at like big family dinners, never say anything. And the rest of my like right-leaning conservative or libertarian family members are all the same way, because they didn't want to get like canceled. They didn't want to get people angry at them. They didn't want people to cut ties with them and say that they wish they died or something like that. And so now it's been like 13 years where I feel like I've been kind of in hiding, and I don't have bad intentions at all. And this is the first time that I've really put like any sort of political opinion, although I don't even like really see it as a political thing. It's just, to me, it seems so obvious that you shouldn't celebrate someone getting murdered. And that's the first time that I like really said anything political related at all out on social media in the last 13 years. And I knew that it was going to kick up a shitstorm. Here we got another fucking ambulance coming back here screaming. I knew that it was going to kick up a shitstorm, and I've done my best, like, not to read the comments, but I've seen it, like, a little bit here and there, and it hurts. Like, honestly, it hurts. And maybe you guys can relate, because it's just like, I don't have bad intentions. Every time somebody on the other side speaks out, not that I'm like I said, this shouldn't even need to be said, but I feel like it does. I don't agree with everything on the right. Yes, I lean right, but I don't agree with everything that they say. I have liberal viewpoints as well. I feel like I'm like a relatively moderate guy, and I don't wish anything bad upon anybody. I hear them out. I know their talking points. I understand why people on the other side think these things, and I think they're incredibly smart for that, and they're very nuanced issues, and anybody who thinks it's just black and white so obviously about like all of these different issues has totally lost the plot. And I don't blame anyone for believing anything. And I would love to just have a debate or a conversation, not even a debate, just like a conversation about any of these topics with any of my liberal family members, friends. I would love to just talk to them and just maybe hear why they think this stuff. And maybe they legitimately could change my mind. Maybe there's something that I don't know. And I feel like it's like really just innocent, and I just want everybody to get along. And I've heard people say this before, that they just wish the best for everybody. They just want everybody to be happy. We maybe just disagree about how to go about it. And I genuinely feel like that's how I think. And then I have friends who I've considered friends for like 10 plus years, and I have literal family members who like see my post or my video about talking about Charlie Kirk, where I make like a kind of, I guess that's right leaning to say that people shouldn't be murdered for their speech. I make a post like that, and I've got friends cutting off ties with me. We've been friends for 10 plus years. I've got families angry at me, saying like really shitty stuff to me. And then I have like other family members who are even like on my side, telling me like, man, why did you speak up about that? You should have just kept your mouth shut, because now like next family dinner that we have is going to be super awkward, or maybe it's going to turn into a fight, or like maybe this family member isn't going to want to talk to us anymore because you came out as like a conservative. And it's just like, but those people forever, like every time we've seen them in the last 10 plus years, like they're totally mouth diarrheaing, just spitting out all of these liberal talking points and viewpoints just without any regard or any reserve at all toward us. And we're just used to it, and that's fine. And like, I'm not angry at them. That's just how they think, right? So why do I have to censor myself when these people haven't been censoring themselves for 10 plus years? I'm expected to be quiet. I'm expected to be, I don't know if it's the bigger person or the smaller person. Like, I'm just supposed to just let them walk all over me and just say whatever the fuck they want. I'm going to be in hiding forever and just censor myself all the time. And I'm not even saying crazy shit. Like, I want everybody to get along. I want everybody to just be happy. I think we can disagree and still sit at the same table. And these people largely want nothing to do with me, and sometimes even worse, like they want to hurt me, I feel like. And I don't think that at all. And I understand, because like I said, I know their talking points, and I don't think they know mine. I know their talking points because I've heard them a million times. I would guess that like what would happen is I would say like, dude, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. I don't have any ill intentions. This is just how I think. And I'm guessing what they would say is, well, the policies you support by definition invalidate my existence because I'm gay, or just left-leaning, or because I'm a person of color, or something like that. Which I see where they're coming from, but like we could get into an entire debate, and then I could say, okay, well, you know, the policies you support, there's policies you support that have been incredibly detrimental, and you could say have a much higher body count than the policies I support. But I'm not saying that, and not many people on the right are saying that. We're not like, because you know that people on both sides, you can make the argument that the policies that the other side supports There's a body count on them. There's blood on your hands. If you voted for this, it caused people to die because of A, B, or C reason. There's blood on your hands. And you could probably say that for both sides, right? So I just feel like let's cut out the name calling. Let's cut out the disgust, the hatred, the violence. And it's fucking me up because there are these people who I thought were my friends and I thought were my family members. Like fucking my buddy just messaged me the other night, and he's a liberal, like he's a super liberal guy. Last time I checked he was. He's a super liberal guy. And he's always been super liberal, and like I don't see eye to, as far as I know, I don't see eye to eye with him on politics at all. But the other night after this shit, he like messaged me and was like, dude, like I kind of agree with what you were saying about this assassination. And then he was like, he mentioned a mutual friend of ours, and he was like, dude, like I've been friends with this guy for 10 plus years. He just unfriended me on Facebook because I made like kind of like an innocent comment on one of his posts saying something really, really nasty about the assassination. And I was like, that's fucked up, dude. And I didn't even check to see if he unfriended me after I posted my video about it. But I'm sure that he did, like this mutual friend of ours. And I've just like, I can't believe he's just gonna cut ties with you, brother. Like, I know you've known this dude for like 10 plus years. You've worked jobs with this dude. You've recorded music with this dude. You've played on like sports teams with this guy. Like shared very personal moments with this guy. And I know I have too. And like I consider him like one of my bros, and I was always the guy who was like, I will never unfriend people on social media, unfollow people on social media. I will never cut ties with anybody for a political opinion, for anything you say online. I will never do that. Like I just want to enjoy, like I said, I want to sit at the table with everyone. I don't care how different you think. Like, let's just talk. And finally, I've kind of started to do that in this last week when people have been celebrating the murder. Like, I literally have friends and family members who are sharing around this picture of him like dead with blood all over the fucking ground and shit. People like posting that they bought shirts with like his dead body on it. Like shit, like that's fucking disgusting, man. And I've been like unfriending people, unfollowing people who I thought were friends for a really long time, because that's crosses a different line for me. And it's fucked up because I haven't unfriended and unfollowed all of those people, like specifically this mutual friend I was just talking about, because I feel like we had been through so much together, even though I know he said this crazy shit. He was like celebrating this murder of this guy. And I told myself I was gonna unfriend everybody who was doing that. But then I saw that like this close friend was also posting that, and I was just like, you gotta, like, I know you're in there somewhere, bro. You gotta be in there somewhere. Like, where is that homie that I've known for 10 plus years who I thought was like a really good person? Even if you were super liberal or whatever, like I thought you were a really good dude. I just didn't agree with you politically, but that's it. And I spared him. I spared him from my Facebook friends purge. And now I'm pretty sure, I haven't gone back to check because I feel like what's even the point, but I'm pretty sure that he probably unfriended me after he saw my video about it. I know he watches my, like, or he's seen my YouTube before. I know he like follows me on Instagram and shit. It just hurts, man, because like I said, dude, I just want the best for everyone. I understand why people on the other side think the things that they do. I understand that they just want the best for the world, and I don't agree. And I understand there are plenty of really, really incredibly smart people on that side, and it's so hard to know what's right in the world. So I don't blame anyone for believing the things that they believe. But I feel like they want nothing to do with us. And they, even worse, like want a lot of us dead. And now I'm gonna go and share a dinner table at Thanksgiving or whatever with these people who are celebrating a murder of a peaceful person. And it's like, if you're gonna celebrate a murder of a peaceful person, what the fuck else will you do? Like, what do you think of me? Like, I thought we were family. Like, I don't know what to think. I'm just like, I guess I'm just putting this video out there to say that I'm distraught. My feelings are hurt. Like, I'm sad. It's hard. to be honest with yourself and with people and put yourself out there. And I envy that about the far left, because they just put themselves out there and they just throw their opinion around all the time. I mean, maybe it's kind of stupid sometimes, but they got balls, I guess, maybe, if nothing else. And it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna stop. Now that the can of worms is open, I can't close the lid. I can't put it back. I have to be honest with myself. I have to be honest with my followers. I have to be honest with people. And I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I came out and said, this is what I believe. This is not even what I believe. This is what's right. And I believe that there's a real chance to make some type of impact on the world here and really push the world back into the right direction where we belong. I don't mean like right meaning political, but maybe it's gonna have to be like that. I don't know, man. It's just whoever you are, whatever side you're on, if you're feeling stressed out about relationships and people and political discourse and just the crazy world that we're in today, if it matters, if it even matters these days, I would love to hear what you have to say, as long as you don't want to attack me. I don't care what you believe, as long as you're a peaceful person, as long as you don't support violence, as long as you're not violent. You can sit at a table with me. I would love to hear what you have to say, debate you, any of that. And I'm not going to censor myself when the people on the other side don't censor themselves. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to live in fear anymore. This has been part of my journey. I don't know if you guys saw it, like maybe 6 months ago, I posted a video saying I've kind of realized that for 29 years now of my life, just based on the family dynamics and the way that I grew up, I spent so much time censoring myself, not telling people what I really thought, whether it be political opinions or even something as simple as where I want to go eat. Because it seems like when I was a child, when I was a baby, when I was growing up, I was around a lot of really unreasonable people. And if I stated my opinion or I stated something that I wanted to do and it wasn't something that other people agreed with, I would just get shot down or told to shut up. And so I learned to just have no opinion, to not be anybody, just so I could fit in and just to make things smooth, because I always figured that the easiest way to go about things would be just me not having opinions and just going along with what everybody else wanted to do, even if it's not what I wanted to do, because I know that everybody else would have such a worse time than I would if I did something that I didn't want to do, because I'm just used to that, because I've been doing things that I don't want to do just to please other people for my entire life, and I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going to be honest. I can't bring myself to give a fuck anymore. I feel like this needs to be said. I'm not even, like I said, I'm not a super political guy, so I'm not going to be talking about politics all the time on my channel, but I'm definitely not going to censor myself, because life is too short for it. And like I said, the other side isn't censoring themselves anyway, so why do I have to continue to just shut my mouth all the time? And I'm realizing that I've had all these relationships with people for so long. And they've been just throwing their liberal opinions, their super far left opinions in my face every single day when I meet them, because that's just how they talk. They talk so openly about this shit. And I don't even mind that much. Like, sometimes it's a little annoying, but like, I don't even mind. I still love them. But I've never told them any type of stance that I have about any type of political thing at all, because I know if I did, they would hate me. They would want to kill me. And at this point in my life, I'm realizing, guys, whoever said this, post it in the comments, because I don't remember who originally had this quote, but I would rather be hated for who I am than to be loved for who I'm not. And I'm tired of being loved for who I'm not. Just being loved for a guy who's just chill and just has no opinions, because I do have opinions. And I'm gonna start sharing them. And I'm gonna start saying them. And I know how to argue them. And I know I'm not a bad guy just because I believe these things. And I don't think people on the other side are bad people just because they believe these things as well. So if you hate me, if you think I'm a dumbass, if you want me dead for my political opinions, for how I don't censor myself, for how I make my videos about whatever it be, Japan, dating, free speech, so be it. It's just gonna have to be what it is, all right? Long video, guys. It's raining. I'm gonna get home now. Thanks for watching. This is Young James. All right, guys, if you want to join my Discord or donate to the Ko-fi, whatever it be, please send me a donation. Ko-fi link is in the description to send donations, guys. If you send $5 or more, you get a free link to my Discord. All right, peace out, y'all.